Let's say tomorrow all of your debts disappeared and you inherited enough money to live the rest of your life comfortably. What would you do?
Live in Switzerland.
I think I would travel Europe.
Would follow through on my promise to my parents to take them to Hawaii.
I would travel.
Do you have any idea where you want to travel to?
Probably like Europe, Australia. I'd go on vacation.
Move to Australia.
Go on vacation?
And from there, maybe travel a little bit.
I'd go to Switzerland and travel the world after that.
I would probably travel. That would be what I would do all around the world. Try to see as much as I can.
So many people want to travel the world. In fact, many people view it as a major goal in their life. I just want to retire early so I can travel is a phrase we've all heard often. According to the 2015 MMGY Portrait of American Travelers, an extensive study on American travel habits, people list relaxation and get away from home as the top 2 reasons for leisure travel. For the majority of us, vacation is about escaping your everyday life to relax and unwind somewhere else. That's all fine and good for a couple weeks at an all-inclusive resort or a week-long cruise in the Bahamas, but with an increasing number of millennials choosing long-term travel over 1 or 2 week trips, we have to ask ourselves if the same mindset should apply to long-term travel as it does to short-term. In Seneca's 28th moral letter to Lucilius, he writes about travel as a cure for discontentment. Whatever your destination, you will be followed by your failings. Here is what Socrates said to someone who was making the same complaint. How can you wonder your travels do you no good when you carry yourself around with you? You are saddled with the very thing that drove you away. How can novelty of surroundings abroad and becoming acquainted with foreign scenes or cities be of any help? All that dashing about turns out to be quite futile. And if you want to know why all this running away cannot help you, the answer simply is this: you are running away in your own company. Many young people today are dominated by the thought that their happiness and joy is somewhere out there to be found. They see a picture on Instagram of Paris lit up at night, a filtered snapshot in time. They somehow believe that life is better in that moment, that things are different. Upon reaching our destination and finding our experience still wanting, we whip out our phones or cameras and attempt to construct the experience we desired and expected. Before the internet, if you wanted to show off your recent trip to Spain, you'd have to invite all your friends over for dinner, wait for them to ask you how your trip was, and then pull out an envelope of pictures or roll out your slide projector. Today, you can upload photos and video in minutes from anywhere in the world. And you can share so much. Strap a GoPro to your chest, and you can share your entire trip experience from your point of view. Don't get me wrong, I think these technologies are awesome. They allow us to share, connect, and experience so much more. What's really important is your mindset. Why are you taking pictures? Why are you shooting video? Is it so that others can envy your life? Wish they were in your shoes? How much people covet your life adds nothing to its value. Sharing your airbrushed travel highlights without ever being vulnerable about your hardships, discontentment, homesickness, whatever you encounter in your travels, perpetuates the myth that contentment is just a plane ticket away. Once you become cognizant of the fact that you can be just as happy and unhappy in Fargo, North Dakota as you can on a beach in Mexico, you can begin to treat travel very differently. New York Times bestselling author Ryan Holiday has an awesome post on travel. In it he says, travel should not be an escape. It should be part of your life. No better or no worse than the rest of your life. So what are we to do? What steps can we take to travel well? Well, here are my 4 pillars to traveling well. Number 1, this isn't a vacation. Work, interact, serve, but don't forget to play. Find a way to improve yourself with every place you visit. Read books, go to museums, meet new people, work out and eat well. Avoid street food and beer every night. Engage in the culture, be whimsical, get lost. Pillar number 2, be flexible. Plans will fall through, accidents will happen, trains, taxis, flights will be missed. Never feel that you have to see something just because all the guidebooks told you you should. Never be afraid to head home for a while. Pillar number 3, live with less. Learn what it's like to live with less. Focus less on things and more on the beauty and people around you. Pack light. Only bring what you need. Don't obsess over your budget or every penny you spend. Pillar number 4, don't complain. Rid your vocabulary of criticisms and complaints. There's one exception to this rule. You can complain about things that you're going to take a defined, actionable step towards fixing. Tim Ferriss wrote an excellent blog post about this. I'll have a link in the description. Remembering these 4 things is a good start to changing the way you think about travel and how it fits into your life. When we begin to align our expectations with reality, we can prepare ourselves for a much richer experience when we travel. Unburdened by disappointment and unfulfilled expectations. Free to experience and explore different places, cultures, and people. Ralph Waldo Emerson said in Self-Reliance, "He who travels to be amused, or to get somewhat which he does not carry, travels away from himself, and grows old, even in youth, among old things."